People say Vietnamese are always late. Late to dinner, late to weddings, late to everything. But walk through a neighborhood in Ho Chi Minh City at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. Restaurants are full. Children are still eating. Grandparents are pouring tea. Motorbikes keep arriving. Dinner at 9 p.m. isn't unusual here, even when tomorrow is a workday. So why does dinner begin when other countries are getting ready for bed? This isn't disorganization. It's synchronization. And once you see it, you realize the stereotype almost made me misread an entire dinner. I'm John, a Vietnamese-American living here full-time. This was my first month back in Ho Chi Minh City. We agreed on 7 p.m., so I showed up at 7 p.m. sharp and pushed 2 metal tables together, lining up 6 plastic stools before anyone else could grab them. Efficient, prepared, on time. At 7:15, the waitress asked, "More coming?" I nodded confidently. At 7:25, a group of 4 hovered near my table. I could feel it. They wanted the seats. At 7:35, I started questioning everything. Did I confirm the right day? Did I misunderstand the location? Was this a soft cancellation? Around me, families were halfway through dinner. A kid in a school uniform cracked a crab claw. A grandfather poured beer into 3 glasses. A woman set down a plate of grilled squid still smoking. Everyone else seemed synchronized. Just not my table. At 8:05, my phone buzzed. On the way. No apology, no urgency, just calm confidence. That's when the embarrassment hit. Not because they were late, because I suddenly wondered if I was the one being strange. If I kept protecting 7 p.m. like a deadline, I wouldn't just look punctual. I'd look rigid, like I valued the clock more than the group. And here in Vietnam, that sends a signal. If you spend enough time here, you'll hear it. Vietnamese people are always late. Weddings start an hour after the printed time. Dinner plans drift. Meetups stretch. It's easy to interpret this as cultural looseness. But here's where it gets interesting. Work meetings start on time. Business contracts don't drift by an hour. Flights leave on time. At least they're supposed to. So clearly, punctuality exists. It just doesn't apply equally. That's when it clicked. Vietnam separates institutional time from social time. Institutional time is rigid. Social time is elastic. If your boss schedules 9 a.m., you arrive at 8:55. If your friend says 7 p.m., that's a starting window, not a deadline. By 8:20, the first friend arrived at my table. No apology, just a relaxed smile, and traffic was crazy. By 8:35, 2 more showed up. By 8:50, the last couple arrived carrying fruit from a nearby market. No one acted late, because in their mental model, they weren't. Dinner didn't begin at 7 o'clock. Dinner began when the group was complete. This behavior isn't laziness, it's structural. Vietnam is dense. In some neighborhoods of Ho Chi Minh City, 4 people share 40 square meters, about 430 square feet. Apartments stack vertically. Many homes are just 3 meters wide, about 10 feet. We broke down how these narrow tube houses evolved in an earlier episode. Watch it live on our channel. In spaces like that, daily life overlaps constantly. Parents share motorbikes. Grandparents handle school pickup. Siblings share rooms. Add layered income streams. Formal job until 6 p.m. Online selling until 8 p.m. Helping a cousin shop after that. When someone says 7 p.m. dinner, they still might be closing a store at 7:10 or finishing a delivery at 7:25. Here's the uncomfortable part. In highly interdependent systems, finishing your obligation matters more than hitting the clock. Leaving a parent mid-task just to be punctual can signal selfishness. Closing your shop early to protect your own schedule can feel self-centered. That's expensive socially. So people don't rush. They finish what needs to be finished. Then they come. Dinner doesn't start when the clock hits 7. It starts when pressure releases. And in a dense, multi-role society, pressure releases late. So why not just schedule for 9 p.m.? Why agree to 7 o'clock if you know you might arrive at 8:30? Because the time isn't the real commitment. The gathering is. In Vietnam, 7 p.m. often means that's when the evening begins to open. Not, that's when every chair at your table is filled. Obligations don't end at the same minute. Traffic doesn't clear on command. A parent might need help. A delivery might run late. A shop might not close until 7:40. If you simply moved dinner to 9 p.m., the same variability would still exist. 9 o'clock might become 9:45. The number doesn't solve unpredictability. Flexibility does. 7 p.m. is an anchor point. Arrival is negotiated, and negotiation preserves harmony. And once everyone finally arrives, something subtle happens. The meal feels different. Not because of the food, because of what the timing allows. At 6 p.m., dinner is still structured. People sit upright. Phones are still on the table. Conversations are practical. Did you send it? What time tomorrow? Don't forget. The day hasn't loosened its grip yet. But by 9:30 p.m., something subtle changes. A metal bucket of ice sits half melted under the table. A child is asleep across 2 plastic stools. A grandmother leans back instead of forward. The motorbike engines outside aren't rushing anymore. They're idling. The conversation shifts. It's no longer about tasks. It's about tension. Someone admits their boss embarrassed them. Someone confesses they're worried about money. Someone laughs harder than they would earlier in the evening. Late dinner creates emotional permission. The roles of the day start to fall away. Employee, student, parent, seller. What's left is just the person. And that person only shows up once the pressure of the day is gone. That's why these late meals feel different. Not louder, not more chaotic, just more honest. The lateness isn't the point. The vulnerability is. When I first arrived at 7 p.m. sharp, I thought I was being respectful. I thought punctuality showed care. But what I was really protecting was the clock. Everyone else was protecting something heavier. Their obligations, their responsibilities, their unfinished roles. Now, when someone says 7 p.m., I still arrive close to 7. But I don't guard the minute hand. If I'm early, I order tea. If I'm waiting, I assume someone is finishing something important. Because here, the time marks the beginning of the evening, not the moment of alignment. Time bends around relationships, not the other way around. And when they finally sit down, relaxed, unguarded, ready to talk, that's when the real dinner begins. Vietnam doesn't eat late because people lack discipline. It eats late because relationships here don't start until the day is done. If this helped you see Vietnam differently, subscribe. Because once you understand the timing of the meal, the next pattern becomes impossible to ignore. Why does every table fill with 6 small dishes instead of 1 main plate? That's not about variety. That's about hierarchy. And that's where the system gets deeper.